All right, I got a good day out here and I'm not working. I told myself that I was going to take it easy today, and well, now I'm out here cutting big posts and logs. I don't really have an off switch when I'm in situations like this because I enjoy doing it. So today I've already started. I am clearing out some of this. The other day, I'm not gonna lie, I drank a few beers and did this, but I cut some stumps down and I started driving the pickup through here and clearing out. I tried to cut down as few trees as possible. I only had to cut one down that I felt bad about. But I'm gonna use it, so fuck it. So I made a little kind of circle drive that comes back around, and that's the one I had to cut down. It was right here. Not a huge tree, but not a small one that's been growing for 20 years or so. But that's going to be about an 8-foot post once I saw it up a little bit. And it turns on around up here to the camper. So I got kind of, I'm so squinched in there with the room that I've cleared so far with both vehicles there. And then I get like a little bitty area to hang out in. And well, I don't know, it's just getting kind of tight to be on this much land, and I don't really like my cars up next to the road. I like the idea of having to kind of drive a driveway a little bit to get to the camper. So it goes there, and I made a little backup spot here, but it just comes on down. I do think I'm gonna cut that tree right there down, so I've got a straighter shot coming in here. I'm gonna leave that big one there. That's kind of like my bumper. Tells me where to kind of quit. So it comes down the hill, goes around the way, goes up there towards the tent and right to where the truck is. And I'm happy to have gotten a cool little swoopy driveway in here without cutting a bunch of timber down. So now that I have a little more access, let me kind of explain. I try not to talk too much on these, but there's a lot going on. So stuff like this, it's straight. That's a post for my shed. There's another one over there. It's kind of buried. So I'm kind of unburying all these big ones. And anything that's about 4 inches or so, I'm making a pile. So let's just walk on through here. And this really, it uses a lot of what other people already cut down. You know, I didn't cut any of these down. It's going to give me a big bright spot and kind of a yard, and probably where my garden's going to go next year. But I got to clean it up first. So the way this is working right now is I've got 3 separate piles. There will probably be more, but this is just general firewood. It's stuff that's not long enough or too crooked to build anything with. So I'm just gonna make a pile, and eventually one of these days when I have free time, I'll come chop all this up and stack it and get it ready to rock. Then we got a brush pile. That's all the stuff that's too small to do anything with. And then over here is where I'm trying to stack my usable logs. Some of these will be too dead. I do want to go ahead and say, like, I don't recommend trying to build a house out of stuff like this. It's better than any 2x4 for sure. The lumber they're making is getting shittier and more expensive. But there's a lot of temporary stuff I'm going to be building. Well house, well, the well house won't be super temporary, but regardless, shower house and a shed. The shed will eventually in the future be replaced with a good sized shop. But for the time being, I've got things sitting on a trailer with a tarp over it. I've got a bunch of material scattered out in my yard that I'd like to get put away out of sight. And I have a lot of wood that I need to do something with, so I might as well. The plan is to use all that stuff as posts. And I'll probably have to buy some lumber to keep things, you know, kind of square. And, you know, I can't sit out here and make plywood or anything like that. So I have to walk a line between using what I bought and paid for on this property and also, you know, being time effective with how I can build things. So that's kind of it. That I'll leave it with this picture kind of going through here, because it's going to look a little different here in a couple hours. Those piles will be bigger and that's going to be a lot clearer. I'm starting to get into some of the bigger trees now, so it'll be nice when this is all done, but there's a lot to do right in that one little quarter acre. Anyway, I'll get back on here later. Alrighty, I'm back. I think I'm about, probably keep poking around, but I'm done with the big stuff for today. So let me show you what got accomplished. I got a lot of the big stuff out of the way. Just in this little section, there is a huge log right there. The truth is, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it when I cut it. So I'm just going to let it hang out for now. Firewood pile got a lot bigger. Brush pile, not so much. And then I've got, I don't know, there's probably 10. Those will either be fence posts or just anything I build that's super temporary. Like I got to build some raised, basically a table to set my water things on, so I can put a spigot at the bottom and I don't even have to open them to get water anymore. And the big deal today, the main thing I was focused on, is I now have 4 12-foot posts. And there's actually another one, so I got 5 today. And my original plan, I only needed 6 to build a shed. As you can see, like this one right here it's a little crooked, but truth of the matter is, I've built enough shit with lumber from the store, and 9 times out of 10 it's just as crooked as that and half as strong. So like I said, this is a lot of temporary stuff. I'm not super concerned. So like this big guy, that's going to be a corner, and this will probably be a corner, and this one might be. This littler one I'll put in the middle as just a support beam, or support post I should say. So it's coming along. I'm starting to get some material gathered up to what I'll need to do here. Is, for one, I'm going to let this stuff set up off the ground and get real good and dry for the next week or so. Rain's not going to bother it. It's actually going to wash some of the crap off of it and hopefully loosen my bark up a little bit, because I don't want to build onto bark. Now what may happen is I may just pull the bark off in spots where I'm putting 2x4s, but either way, this is a start. This gets me between these big ones and these smaller ones. I can actually start looking at buying some concrete, digging some holes, and getting some posts set up, and then from there I'll probably have to go with regular lumber. But old Betsy put her work in today. She's been doing awesome. I hadn't gotten stuck in any of this, and we've had rain every other day, and there's some soft stuff, but some of that's tires, some of that's old school engineering. But I'm gonna go drop these off, and that's about where I'm gonna wrap it up on this one for today. I'm a couple weeks away from starting to build some stuff. There may be a few people who are questioning the rot and treated, and the treated lumber not lasting. Well, I've got a solution for that. I'm all about using, reusing, and using what you got to do what you got. So whenever it comes time to start putting posts in, I will explain my plan for dealing with rot. Till then, that's it for this today. I'm gonna try to relax a little bit because I didn't follow my own rules, and I've been carrying big old heavy logs all day instead of taking a break. But tomorrow's supposed to be shitty, so I'll take a break then. Y'all have a good one.